This isn't just another Hollywood disagreement. This is about faith, race, power, and what happens when narratives spiral out of control. Behind the scenes, this situation wasn't only about creative differences. It was about two completely different worldviews colliding. On one side, you have ultra-famous celebrities who openly live a secular, brand-first lifestyle. On the other side, you have people who openly center their lives around faith, reflection, and spiritual accountability. And in certain elite Hollywood circles, being openly religious can feel uncomfortable, almost out of place. The faith involved here isn't extreme or secretive. It's actually built around unity, equality, and respect for all religions. It recognizes major prophets and teaches coexistence. But insiders say that faith became a dividing line. Talking openly about prayer, morality, and personal responsibility didn't sit well with everyone. Then things escalated. Accusations were made. Serious ones. Claims about inappropriate behavior. Claims about threatening language. Claims that painted certain executives as dangerous. But when depositions and testimony came out, the story started to look very different. One businessman testified that his words were taken out of context from a private recording and framed publicly as a death threat, something he strongly denies. He says he never threatened anyone. In fact, he claims the full recording proves that, but only selective pieces were highlighted. And the consequences were real. He described receiving death threats, his family receiving kidnapping threats, an alleged arson attempt. Security had to be increased. A foundation connected to him shut down after being targeted. He even stated that anti-Semitic language was weaponized against him despite his religious background and family history tied to Holocaust victims. That's not Hollywood gossip. That's real-world danger. Another witness described him not as someone plotting revenge, but as an intense businessman who felt defensive and vulnerable. Someone who said he would protect his company legally if necessary, which is something most executives would say under pressure. The dramatic claims about spending massive sums to ruin lives. That witness said he didn't recall those exact statements. There's also the issue of race. A black CEO was accused of inappropriate conduct based partly on how he looked at someone. Critics argue that framing eye contact as harassment plays into deeply harmful historical stereotypes. In an industry where very few black executives hold that level of power, those accusations carry extra weight. And then there's the credibility problem. Several statements that were presented publicly appear, according to testimony, to conflict with text messages and recorded evidence. A comment about spray tan was reframed as something inappropriate. A scene someone was allegedly present for, they say they weren't even there. When small details start falling apart, it makes people question the bigger claims. At the same time, the narrative of a powerful billionaire coming after me spread quickly. In today's climate, that storyline travels fast. But if that framing contributed to real threats and violence,